Welcome to Christian TV's video on how to retune a Technomate TM1000 for the new frequencies of EWTN. Eternal Word Television Network have moved to 11260 vertical, and it's a bit like changing a telephone number, as I said earlier. What happens is you have to add the new frequencies and delete the old one, because when you add EWTN it goes to the end of the list and the old one has to be deleted. So less from me and more of what to do. So we have a TM1000 here, and what we need to do first of all is to press the menu button. That's just top left of the OK button. When I say arrow up, press the one above the OK button. Arrow down is the button below the OK button, and arrow left and right are what you'd know as volume plus and minus. I just call that left and right. So we press the menu button. We're on the word installation. We press OK to that. Remember, if you're asked for a pin number, it's either 0000, or if the box comes from us, it's 2414, based on Matthew 24 and verse 14. You'll notice there you have a hash mark, and as you put each number in, it changes, it's a question mark and changes to a hash mark when you put the number in. That's so other people don't know what numbers you've put in, but you know how many of those numbers you've inserted. We'll go now to the wording PID search. If you don't have that on your satellite box, then use advanced search. That brings in just a little more. So we'll do PID search. We don't change the satellite, but what we do want is this transponder 11259. If for any reason you don't have that transponder on your satellite box, you can add it with the green button, but you should all have 11260 or 11258, 11259, something like that. Must have a V in it. That should be there. I'm going to press OK, and I see a list of the transponders. These are as they've been added to the satellite box, so you'll see they go up to the 11 and then the 1200s, and then it'll go back in a minute to the 1100s. Most confusing, but that's how it is. Trust me, he says. There we go. At number 76, I've got 11258. Sorry, 11259. Haven't got my glasses on. 11259V, which is near enough to 11260. I press OK on that, and you can see now I've got the yellow and blue bars indicating we have a good signal level and a good quality. Interestingly enough, we know the symbol rate from what the figures you see on this video is 27500. Again, this satellite box has actually pulled it in one before that, so it's 27499. No problems, it will be fine. It's vital that the polarization shows as vertical. If you were retuning at any other time, you can arrow left and right to change that, but we'll keep that as it is. And then if you use the PIDs as on the screen, that's 2, 3, 4, 1. Arrow down to the audio PID, which is 2, 3, 4, 2. And go back. This is the data PID, or the information that comes with it, which again is 2341. And now you'll see on the bottom of the screen you've got green and red, so you look for the green and red on your TM1000 remote, and you press the red button next to the green one, and that will now pull in that channel. There we go. And now that's there and done. Now what we need to do is to go in all over again. So that's installation, put in the password, then arrow down to PID search. What we know, I think it was about number 76, so this time I'm going to go left to find the number. 78, there we are, 76, 11259V. Press OK. We're doing the same as before. Remember, this is now for the radio channel, the new EWTN at the new frequency, so we don't need a video PID because there's no picture with the radio station. We put in the number as it's shown on the screen, 2343, and then we can press the red button next to the green one as it shows on the screen. And I'm just waiting. There it goes. Just to remind you, at this stage while I'm doing this, EWTN is broadcasting on 2 frequencies. So the name EWTN and the information of the channel is on the old frequency. Later this week, and this is being recorded on the Bank Holiday Monday, later this week that will in fact change, that the name of the channel and the information will be on the new frequency, and then in a few more days time the old frequency will die completely, and that's what we're going to do now, is delete that old frequency and put the new one in. I'm going to go now to I'm so sorry, I pressed the wrong button. No, I didn't. There we go. TV and radio. This actually is on this remote. It's not under the 7 as it is in later remotes. This is above the blue button. It says TV and radio. So we're now on the new station. We can verify that by pressing the info button, and it says 11259V. So we know that's the new frequency. So first of all, we're going to delete the old frequencies. We press menu, come down to edit channels, because we're now editing the channels themselves. Password is 0000 or 2414, just to show you as we put the numbers in it changes from a question mark to a hash mark. We go to delete, and we need to go to, I'm arrowing right now to go to channel number 16 EWTN. As I press OK, I get the white cross. I then press exit, arrow left to say yes, I want to delete it, and that's the EWTN on the old frequency is now deleted. I'm back on delete channels. I press OK again. This time I press the TV radio button, and you'll see that at number 10 we have EWTN. I press the OK button. That's going to remove the old frequency. If you wanted to check that, you can actually, while you're on the channel, look over here and see the frequency, and you'll see it's the old frequency with an H on it, and we know we're now vertical. So pressing exit and saying yes deletes that radio channel. Now all we have left to do, we've deleted the old, we've added the new, but it's at the end of the list and not where we want it. So on the Christian TV boxes, EWTN is number 16. So we're going to do that. Here it is. We can see it working now with the picture, and here's the number. We press OK on move channels, and now we can either press 16 to put it to where we want it, that shows up here, or we could actually arrow up and down to put it where we want. When it's in the right place, which for us is number 16, we press OK and it goes back to yellow. Now we press exit and say yes, and the TV channels are now done and saved. What we need to do now is move the radio, so we press OK again. This time we press the TV radio button to get into radio. It's yellow, so it's not yet picked up. We press OK. Instead of pressing a number this time, I'm just going to arrow down, and you see I can arrow down until it gets to number 10. Press OK. The arrows drop off, it goes to yellow, and the job is done, provided I press exit, arrow left to say yes, and now the job is done. That you are now absolutely on the new EWTN radio and television channels in the places that they were before. You may not have it at those numbers, you can put them where you like. One other thing you may want to do, if you're doing it early as I am and being an early bird, then you may want to rename the channel because it's got a number, and the radio of course is 52137 and the TV 52136, which we see here. If I press OK, I can now change this by changing it to, I pressed OK twice by the way to get to this menu, and then I just put in EWTN just by going to those. I've got a number showing there because that's part of the what was there before. If I use the space, that knocks that out. I then press exit and exit again. I say yes, I want to save it to the new name I've given it, and you see now channel 16 is EWTN. with the right name on, and the job is done. You're now watching it on the new frequency. If you have any problems, give me a ring personally. It's David Green at Christian TV, 01449 73 73 77. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this video a great help. Goodbye.